In the heart of Africa, there lies a story of resilience, ambition, and a deep, unbreakable connection to home. This is the story of Miss V, who after long years has returned to the land that shaped your dreams. Born and raised in the rural heart of Zimbabwe, Miss V once left for South Africa, chasing bigger dreams, seeking new opportunities. For over a decade, she found success, built a life, and learned lessons from a world far removed from her humble beginnings. But with success came a longing, a desire to give back, to remember where it all started. She had built her career, but the people and the village she left behind, they never left her heart. This isn't just about money, it's about vision, about building what is needed, not just in brick and mortar, but in the hearts of the people who call this place home. Miss V's journey is one of transformation, not only of the land she grew up on, but of the people she left behind, those who have never given up on their dreams. Today I have an interesting episode with my precious sister, Violet.
Yes.
So she's going to tell us more about herself, about her journey. She moved from South Africa to here and she's developing in the rurals, how she's making money, how she has reflected herself on social media platforms. She's going to tell us more. Hi, Via,
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for visiting as well.
Okay, my audience are really interested in knowing, Kuti, how did you make that decision, moving from South Africa to this place?
Okay.
I would like to understand, Kuti, when you're staying in developed countries, sometimes it will be very difficult for you to, make that big move, like moving to rural areas and starting from zero. How does that feel?
For me, it's like when you visit, for example, I'm staying in the villages now, and then I decided to go and stay in Brodo for a month. Do you think when I'm coming back home, I have to feel like, now I now belong to Brodo. Now I know that is the biggest, I think that is the biggest problem that we, especially Zimbabweans, do. If you visit advanced countries, you need to copy whatever that you're learning from there, then you bring it home to your home. So that when you come, that type of lifestyle that you want, or that you prefer, you need to bring it home, But if it's not the same, it means where you are coming from is where you belong. So this is where I belong. I didn't have to suffer with because this is where I belong. So I need to be comfortable, not jail, and adjust.
Wow.
Ungoadjust unotogozwa kuti ndokumusha because ungati kweketa aizotenga pizza kuno kwako
sneakers kusakaneta
no kana uri South African yes aiwa but because we're kuno ndontoita zvima US.
Wow.
Yes.
I really love the naturality that is in you. After you become an adult, you have never adopted this foreign culture. Because you have told me that you have been in South Africa for a decade, 10 years. You should have changed a citizenship already.
So also, when it comes to the citizenship, changing citizenship in South Africa is not easy.
Okay.
It's not easy as people think. Consider even my work permits. Like before, when people were applying, 2009, 10, if I'm not mistaken, but they had promised with my citizenship, and the people were happy. I don't know why, but girls were comfortable because but it's not something to talk about just because that is citizenship in South Africa. That home South African, because that's one thing we always be calling you, because you can go there, stay. I went and stayed more than 10 years, but no, they are called and the family. You don't have peace. For example, South Africa mapurisa kungosvika wataita panapa vangadai vakutokuinyana my neighbors kuti vanhu vari kutaura shona vanhu vari kuita sei and especially kuma locations vatone mawords avanotokushedzai nawo ekuti gweja kuti munhu akaita so kuti makwerekwere. So it's not a good feeling, man, knowing you're just a human being. After all, mune land you force hapana chiri but une kwako where you can be free. So sometimes not let me go where I'm going to have peace of mind. And that's what didn't famba. I don't even remember the last time I found my passport condition. Because when go to Kankaka to Mananda Hakumba, you see, but hey, but Panamboji Gare, who wants you to no, Zono, not on get Napa so. What I did, what has a passport? It was a general life. So.
And now that day has come, Miss V returns to her village not just to reminisce, but to invest in its future, to sow the seeds of growth, innovation, and opportunity where she once dreamt of living. The place that raised her is about to be changed forever. And also, do you believe that the situations that we face in life identify the potential that we never thought we could have?
Okay.
Because you told me that you started having this feeling that I need to go back home after you lost your husband. Do you really think there are situations which are so bad in our lives, but they tend to mold us in a positive way and finding the new strength? I don't know how can I make it like something that can happen or a fate in your life can actually change. It can be a roller coaster and then you become a whole different person.
Yeah, that's true. And I strongly believe if I still owned those Uber cars that I had that I got broke, if I still owned my salon and now and then I broker. If I was still staying with my friends' houses, my lord in city suburbs, when I get Cape Town, they got downgrade of no location, then I should go on Grace Napiakumba. Because you not squads, over to long life, right? But now I'm regretting all that time, all that money I was wasting. I could have invested big home. But when I got to back in Bayangu, but in India, every year, if you're taking one more Uber, you're taking one more Uber, then I can't go sacrifice that. Nakangoti pandefaro tenge ngote ndoto vakakamba kakatona mudeni chogara life iri right.
This is more than a return. It's the beginning of a revolution in this rural village, sparked by the heart of one woman's commitment to bring change home.
Because sometimes mama situations are not so maziso manje. Ungoti but ndakadaika. Zvingare zvakatoya saka zvishua mama situations andokuvhura maziso.
Okay, and also I want to believe that in life all the episodes and all the seasons of our lives they don't come with regrets, because every episode does have a benefit and like molding you, just like when people are purifying gold. It doesn't come as purified as it is firstly. They start to smelt it, it goes through a lot.
That's true.
So do you really believe that where you are now is because of that decision that you made, that you need to click the start button?
Yeah, I believe so. Because in Angu, South Africa, salon. They're going to run my because we clientele base, so I was their language and on my paper plus walk near our network connection.
Miss V's vision is clear: revitalizing local agriculture, empowering women, creating jobs, and providing the next generation with the tools they need to thrive. It's about teaching them how to grow, how to build, how to dream again.
But sometimes as we are growing also, I also realize it's time to start planning, it's time to start my retirement plans. But Papa, I say, I can jump into the clear and let us say, imagine coming home 50 years and Kwanzaa and say, so it's also good with energy, Papa, I can still do these things by myself. And then you come back home. Time, energy. Which in mkane kuita zvimwe zvinhu chiri kwanza kuwana kuti ma 2 cents that way. Zvafane papa, I told you when I came I didn't have money.
Yes, you did.
But unozoti hauno mkane kuti uchaita kana 2 cents. Zimbo racho unorivaka sei kana kudza chonozitanga sei wakutongosvika kutanga futi kupa vanhu bhedhe. Sometimes chero usina chawinacho. Yes, exactly. Chero usina chawinacho uya ne-energy yawina iyoyo and then uishandisa yonde unotanga kuti sei nsata fresh utanga kuita zvinhu.
Wow. You have heard it for yourself, guys. Miss V is advising us young people that you only need energy to achieve that dream of yours. Because there are other people. I love that you put yourself first. And I love that you are good at, chasing your dream. And also realizing that after all, I have nothing to lose.
Yeah, that's true.
Because after all, you are a risk away from becoming the person you want to become.
Yes, that's true.
There are other people who are feeling deprived right now.
Yeah.
There are other people who are doing 9-to-5s that are not paying them. You would find that somebody is going to work a 9-to-5, but they don't have anything to show for it. Because probably the bills, they are compensating and they are offsetting everything that they are getting at the end of the month.
This village, once untouched by the advancement of the world, is now seeing a new dawn. A dawn built on trust, dedication, and a commitment to progress. It is a testament to one person's decision to make a difference and the ripple effect it has on everyone around them. The future of this village is in good hands, hands that once held nothing but hope, now filled with the tools of empowerment. Her journey back is not just about reclaiming the past, but about creating a brighter and a sustainable future.
So what advice would you like to give to young people, or an advice that you would like to give to your age mates whom you think that they do have the energy to do the most, they do have the energy to do the bigger things, and are afraid, and maybe they are confined in a certain environment which they are maybe scared to be judged, maybe scared to be rejected by their families. What advice would you give?
Okay, so what I want to tell them, the first thing I want to tell them is whether you come with a lot of money, whether you come empty-handed, people are just people. People will always talk. That's the first thing. Whether you're saying a cent, whether you're in a mad, but I'm not going to say, I'm not going to talk. Number two, you see that energy or kuisa kune murungu wako iyoyo kana asiri kukubhadhara, take the same energy ne the same experience uri kuwana ikoko wozvitapa mulife mako chesa madreams ako unoona kuti unoenda kupi. And then the last thing I want to tell young people, maybe younger than me or my age mates or vanhu vakura, is you don't plan retirement yako wakura. Uchingoona chete ukangoona ungoita pfungwe kufunga kuti ndakuda pamwe, it means kukura kwatomaunda wakufanira kutotanga kufunga kuti inini handikuchembera, because ndochokwadi chimwe chatisingaudzani. Vanhu vanofunga kuti maybe unofanira kutanga washanda, waita mari, wararama nice life, and then wozotanga kuinvesta back home. Retire, unototanga kuti it's something that you plan for. Chero in 20 years you can start even saving for your retirement. You don't have to wait kuti ndotanga ndazoita vana, ndotanga ndaita mhuri, ndotanga ndachembera kuti ndizoretire. Kuretire kubasa, kana uchiretire kubasa uchine 60 years ndozosakwanisa kubasa. But kana uri kwako ndozoti watanga kuronga retirement yako in 30. Right now I'm 32, I'll be 33 very soon. Tongoti I'm 33. Ndakatanga kugadzira zvinhu zvepanapa kuti nepesi yatikufamba nayo in 2 years right. You have to wait for 60 to
No way. And also I think there is a mentality that Africans do have. They think that a retirement means you can't meet your needs. They always, I don't know, Kuti, why do we limit ourselves? We always think retirement means I need to be at my home. Ndishimwa mapiritse BP. That is the dream which I don't know why, but I think people really need to think that retirement is like when after you have planted a mango tree, it's time you need to enjoy whilst you're not working.
Very true. That's very true.
Because if you retire at 60 and then you decide to come and build your home, whether you have money, whether you do not have money, you're going to make mistakes.
That's true.
Because they will also need another time for you to build.
Exactly.
And probably you will not enjoy.
Exactly. Whereas retirement,
yes,
we are supposed to be grinding
ourselves.
And then retire. Takwenda Paris, Dubai. No for the BP
without even sweating. Yes. So yeah, I think a lot of us, we need to change our mindset and also think the other way around. That this is the time for us to starve ourselves, to grind. This is the time to grind. We are planting. We are planting.
Yeah, that's true. That's
so that
true.
when we retire, when you're not able to walk, when you're not able to see, you just need to be eating like the benefits of what you have worked for.
Yeah,
because you know at times your grandchildren will be avoiding you. Because they will know kuna gogo kuna shanda
ma orange kusala chione ozete.
You get it.
That's true. That's true.
Thank you so much. This is really an inspiring story, and I have also, you know, when I'm interviewing people or when I'm interviewing entrepreneurs, I will be learning. In as much as I'll be asking questions, I will also be learning.
Oh, that's nice.
Because what you have told me, I have just realized I really need to work. This is really the time for me to work.
Exactly. Especially for you young girls.
Whilst I can.
Start now. Pano yatokwana wato apo yani apo and then you know life ngoti papa then ngoti aiwa asikana ndakafirwa ndichazodotanga ndazororwa tozotanga kuvaka. You wait forever.
That really raised my eyebrows. You're doing this all alone, and after that you have lost your husband. You know, we always do this procrastinating mindset, and also that entitlement mindset. When we do things, especially us girls, most of the girls, they do think that maybe a husband is a financial pillar or a financial pivot, and that is where their dream ends.
Yeah, that's true.
That is not.
And then my husband will take care of me, will take care of the kids, and then in the life there's more to life than that.
Thank you so much, Miss. Do you have anything that you need, that you think you really need to add, or anything that you think you want to tell my audience and me as well? I know off the camera you took me and you say, no, girl, you need to be consistent with future.
Guys, please in comment section, please post. Who posts once a week, Amanda? She must post. Please also support her, guys. Also support her YouTube channel. She'll be showing you more of these contents. Yes, and of course, she'll visit again. And
obviously,
you're promising.
I will.
Exactly. And please also subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. My name is Miss V on my YouTube channel and on all social media platforms. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
I really
appreciate it.
I really appreciate. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, like, comment, and share. More educative videos are coming. Bye.
Bye.